Hi, my name is Dustin Starkey. I currently live in Millersville, Maryland. I grew up in a small town of Marietta, Ohio, which has a population of approximately 16,000 people. This was a good town to grow up in. However, I was born in Fort Polk, Louisiana. I lived there until about the age of 6 months when my dad got out of the Army and we moved back home to Ohio. I was raised there until at the age of 18 when I left. Being raised in Marietta, Ohio was a great experience. Lots of close friends and relatives, and pretty much everybody I needed in my life was within a 10-mile radius. It was awesome times, but there was some downsides to living in Marietta, Ohio. Everything is so small. You see friends when you go to the grocery store. You can't go to the mall without running into people. So there's not a whole lot of privacy when you live in such a small town. Living in Marietta, Ohio, I was landlocked. The only thing we had was the Ohio River. I'd never been to the ocean. I'd never really gotten to travel much, and that had always been a dream of mine. So at the age of 17, I went to MEPS and enlisted in the United States Navy. I graduated from high school in June of 2004, and 2 months later I shipped out to boot camp where I started an adventure of a lifetime. I was in boot camp for 2 months. I was pretty nervous, excited. It's a very scary experience, but it definitely shaped me into the person I am today. After boot camp, I finished that and I headed to A school, which is where we learned our rate and our job. So I learned to become a cryptologic technician maintenance. This is where I basically work on computers and maintain gear. This was a great experience. After I finished this school, it was about 6 months long. I was transferred to Fort Meade, Maryland. Up here, I did a tour of 2 years. It was a great tour. And then in 2007, I was PCS'd again, and I went to the USS San Jacinto. The USS San Jacinto is a cruiser out of Norfolk, Virginia. I was on this ship for about 4 years, and I had some of the best times of my life and some of the hardest days of my life on this ship. It was a great time. The thing that I take away most from being on that ship for 4 years was the camaraderie I had with my fellow shipmates, and also the experiences we shared. I saw 26 different countries with these shipmates, and I made memories with them that I'll never be able to make with anybody else. And then I left the USS San Jacinto in January of 2007, and I transferred back up here to Maryland. I've been here for about a year, and I'll probably be here for about 2 more years. I really enjoy the area, so it's definitely a nice thing for myself and my family. Speaking of my family, in 2006, I met my dear wife, Amber Starkey. We met in school and got married not too long after. We have two beautiful children. I have a 4-year-old daughter. Her name is Mackenzie Page, and I have a 2-year-old son. His name is Gavin. Both my kids are the world to me. I spend hours a day just playing with them. Most of the time, it's just wrestling. They love to wrestle. It's fun for me, but I think it wears me out more than it wears them out. That's for sure. So I spend lots of time with them, and I really enjoy their company, and I just love hanging out with them. I enjoy being in the Navy, but I don't know if it's something I want to do for the rest of my life. If I had to think of a dream job, it would have to be to do with something in MMA. I'm practically obsessed with UFC, MMA events, Strike Force, anything that has to do with fighting. I really enjoy watching and getting a hand in. So my dream job would be for me to become a fight promoter and deal with fighters every day and set up events and just be able to watch these fights for free and play a part in these fighters' lives. I think that would be an awesome experience and something I could definitely provide and help them out with. So that's what I hope to do within the next 30 years. I know that's a long-term goal, but I think it's something that's manageable and something doable. So in conclusion, my name is Dustin Starkey. I'm from Millersville, Maryland. I grew up in a small town in Marietta, Ohio, but I really wanted to see the world, so I joined the Navy. Once I was in the Navy, I saw about 24 to 26 different countries. And then I met my beautiful wife, and I had 2 children with her. In August, we will have been married 7 years. I look forward to the rest of this class and learning more about my classmates and also learning how to speak better in public. I know that speaking better in public will not only help me personally, but it will help me professionally being in the military and dealing with higher ranking people. I look forward to learning with you all, and have a great night. Thanks.